Hello students, welcome to the next session of Roots of Drug Administration, part 2nd. In last video, we have discussed about the meaning of route of administration, its classification and different factors which governs the in selection of a route of drug administration. In this session, we are going to discuss about the enteral route of a drug administration. It's a technique of administration and advantage and disadvantage of individual routes of drug. After watching this video, students should be able to explain enteral route of drug administration, discuss the advantages and disadvantages of different enteral routes like oral, sublingual and rectal route of a drug administration. Students should be able to understand and apply the knowledge of techniques of drug administration by different enteral route. So let us discuss what is the enteral route. The word enteral is derived from the enteron. Enteron is the Greek Latin word and its English meaning is the intestine. So enteral means nothing but intestine, and in this case drugs is directly placed into any part of the GIT and this route is called as the enteral route. As we know that GIT starts from the mouth and ends into the rectum. So between these from mouth to rectum, that is pharynx, esophagus, stomach, all parts of small intestine, large intestine and last part of large intestine is the rectum. So within any part of the GIT we place the drug that this route is called as the enteral route. Depending upon the site of a drug placed within the GIT, this enteral route is subclassified as oral route, sublingual route, buccal route, and rectal route. Let's just discuss one by one. Oral route. Oral route is the most common and preferred route of a drug administration. Amongst all routes, oral route is the preferred route. It is the convenient and safe route of a drug administration. Technique of administration. How the drug is introduced into the body by oral route. Here, medicament or drug is placed into the mouth, that is within the oral cavity, and simply swallowed with the help of a suitable liquid, generally swallowed with help of a water. As it is the most commonest and preferred route of a drug administration, due to the number of advantages. Most important advantage of this route is the self-medication is possible. To administer the drug by this method or route, there is no need of any assistance or no need of a physicians, nurses, etc. We can simply administer drug itself, that is self-medication is possible. This route is a painless route. On the other hand, if the drugs are given by the injection, it produces the pains. It is not possible in case of a oral route. So it is a preferred in all ages. It is a non-invasive and easy to administer. To administer drug by this route is very easy. And most important advantage is the economical, as there is no need of any assistant to administer the drug, no need of any specialized equipment, apparatus for administration of this drug. So it is the cheap, that is economical, and it is a safe and convenient. Now, though this oral route having the number of advantages, it also having the number of demerits also. An important disadvantage is that this drugs given by oral route having very slow absorption rate, and due to the slow absorption it having a slow onset of action, means it takes generally 30 to 60 minutes. Some drugs taken 15 minutes, some 30, some take 60 minutes to show the action. So this route is not suitable in emergency cases. This route is also not useful in the conditions of the patient like vomiting and diarrhea. If patient is suffering from the vomiting, and if we administer the drug by oral route, and such a drug get a vomitus and no therapeutic effect is a producer. Similarly happen in case of a diarrhea. So in the patient suffering from vomiting and diarrhea, oral route is not suitable. Similarly, it is not suitable in the uncooperative patients and unconscious patient. Uncooperative in the sense psychological ill patient who are not accept the drugs. This route is also not suitable in those drugs those get destroyed in the GIT. For example, in case of insulin, when given by orally, it get degraded in the stomach by gastric juice enzyme and no therapeutic effect is produced. So such a drug not given by the oral route. Drugs those given by the oral route, all these drugs undergo the first pass effect. That is, before entering in the systemic circulation, they meet to the liver via the portal circulation from the intestine and get degraded by the enzymes present in the liver. So less bioavailability and hence less duration of action. One another disadvantage in case of oral route is that unpalatable drugs cannot be administered, means those drugs having the bitter taste. Such a drugs we cannot administer by the oral route. These are the some dosage forms which are administered by oral route, like a tablets, capsules, liquid, solutions, suspensions, syrups, elixir, etc. Just we have discussed the first pass effect means what? That first pass effect means the metabolism of the drug when it is absorbed from the gut and delivered to the liver via the portal vein. It is portal circulation. Those drugs given by oral route and having the greater first pass effect, these agents are less riches in the systemic circulation and shows the less effect. Next enteral route is the sublingual route. Technique of administration. In case of a sublingual route, here drug or medicament is placed below the lingua. Lingua is a Latin term and its English meaning is the tongue. Means here medicament is placed below the tongue and allowed to dissolve. Their absorption is fast because below the tongue there is the network of a blood capillaries and drug is fastly get absorbed and onset of action is quick. So what are advantage of sublingual route? First one, it having the fast absorption. Just I have explained that below the tongue there is a network of a blood capillary and the drug is directly entered in the systemic circulation. Due to the fast absorption, it having the quick onset and hence it is useful in the emergency cases. Drug by sublingual route we can administer itself, that is self administration is possible. In case of a sublingual route, action can be halted or terminated. Means what? If we keep the medicament below the tongue and if any side effect is observed, for example in case of a sweating or any another undesirable effect is ordered, we can terminate this effect or stop this effect. Termination means stop this effect by just simply splitting the tablet outside the mouth. Next advantage is that first pass effect is avoided. If we administer drug by oral route, all these drugs are undergo the first pass effect. But if we administer a drug by the sublingual route, there is no first pass effect is observed. Drugs which are get degraded in GIT if given by the oral route, such drugs are given by the sublingual route because there is no enzymatic degradation by sublingual route. Now let us discuss the disadvantage of sublingual route. First one is the sublingual route is convenient for only low dose medicament because medicament available in form of a pills, that is a small amount only we can keep under the tongue, and in case of large route it is not possible to keep under the tongue. So this route is only suitable in case of a low dose medicament, and this route is useful for highly lipid soluble drugs because below the tongue there are network of blood capillaries, and drugs which are highly lipid soluble only fastly get absorbed through these blood capillaries. Irritant and unpalatable drugs cannot be given by the sublingual route, and one of the precautions should be kept into mind while drug administered by the sublingual route, that is those drugs are having the cardiotoxic effect, means those shows the side effect on heart. Such drugs are administered with the precaution by sublingual route. Example of drugs which are administered by the sublingual route. One example is mentioned here, that is glyceryl trinitrate. It is a drug of choice, is given in treatment of a angina pectoris, and in such a case if it is administered by sublingual route, attack is terminated within short period. Next route of enteral route is the buccal route. Technique of administration. Buccal administration means nothing but here drug or medicament placed between the gum and inner lining of the cheek, that is between the gum and cheek, that is the buccal pouch, and from the buccal mucosa it get absorbed. Advantage of a buccal route is that here, as like a oral route, there is a no first pass effect. As the buccal mucosa is the larger surface area, it get rapid absorption. Drug stability is a mover, and disadvantage of buccal route are to administration is inconvenience, and there is no use if that medicament is swallowed, and only by this route we can administer only small amount of a drug. Next route of a drug administration from enteral category is the rectal route or enema. Technique of administration, here we can administer the medicament in form of suppositories through the rectum, or in case of a children we can do the enema, that is passing the solution through the anus and rectum. Advantage of a rectal route, there is no first pass effect. This route is suitable in the vomiting and unconscious patient where oral route is not possible. Higher concentration is rapidly achieved because it shows the local effect and intense that particular part of the GIT. For example, chlorpromazine is given in treatment of a psychotic patient. Disadvantage of this route is it is inconvenient, absorption is slow and erratic, and sometimes irritation or inflammation of rectal mucosa takes place. So